Hey, this is Matthew Brittle, the King of Bros, and you're listening to Unpopular Review.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unpopular Review.
Thank you all for clicking on our faces.
New flag with all that.
Okay, so I wrote down some notes.
Chefs do that. I don't want to sit too hard. That's twice. That'll probably go over about as well as Colonel Defeat.
Because there was no Jay White sighting.
Okay, just straight up gangbanging. This story has been fit. You gotta pay attention.
So Unpopular Review does not. What is she the CEO of, Chris? Jesus, golly. Yo. Most outstanding, most sensuous. I can't even think of any other words because I'm so excited about this. I miss you guys. But welcome to Raw Review with your host, Frecklesensei. EC had to take a potty break, so he'll be back after a while. But anyway, we got a loaded show for you guys on tonight. It's a lot of things that we have to cover over, and we got to do all of this before NXT starts because the one, the only, this man will be on NXT TNA tonight. So anyway, first of all, want to say thank you to everybody that always watch us, always follows us, always like and comment and subscribe. Please continue to do that and do so. We are on every single streaming channel that you can think of. We on every social media platform that you can think of. It's not hard to find us, to be honest. So with that being said, we're about to get into what y'all like to see, which is some love and wrestling. And what better else yet to talk about love and wrestling with the first segment being freaking Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley with this whole thing of revenge or love. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Whatever. Anyway, biggest take from this was, first of all, everybody should have seen the fact that Liv Morgan was there, definitely, obviously, in the arena. I don't even know why they tried to fool us with saying, oh, Liv is not going to be here. Then why are you here, Dom? Like, obviously, if Liv is there, you're there. Because how in the world Liv be so hurt that she can't be here? But instead, we want to think that you, with a whole black eye, by the way, the black eye was ugly. I don't know who decided to come up with the black eye idea, but that was horrendous. First of all, second of all, I never seen a worse black eye than my own black eye that I had gotten when I was in middle school. So I knew that was just off the wall horrendous. This whole entire take, it was okay. We wanted to see what we wanted to see. We wanted to see and got out mostly what we came to see. Also, I say hi to some other co-hosts as well. But with that being said, we know where this is going to lead. I'm just going to be assuming in September. So, and also it is the start of September, the day I always remember. But I will say with this entire moment, with this entire thing is it's gonna live to bad blood. We're gonna have Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. I'm gonna end up going with Rhea Ripley getting back her title. At first I was hesitant. At first I was like, nah, maybe not. She may not. But after looking into it, Rhea Ripley is gonna win the title. I'm not gonna like it because like I see in my chat, like I see in my bubble, that I said the Clara twins are the real heels. They have been hypocrites the entire time. That all they've done is talk about how they felt betrayed. But you was at the light, you was better than the whole entire Judgment Day in the first place. I really don't understand how we don't understand, and we just love to just ignore the fact and the way that both Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley has been treating the entire Judgment Day since Edge left. Can we talk about that? Can we? Since Adam Copeland left, these two have been nonstop pain in asses. Just gonna point that out. But we'll say that for later because then, of course, Damian Priest comes out. Liv Morgan tries to injure and put out put out Rhea Ripley guest for just today, just for that night. But we'll go into what happens later, and then we finally get our first real match, which was American Made versus Alpha Academy, and it went the way I needed it to go. Alpha Academy is great. Alpha Academy will probably be your next tag team champions. Alpha Academy is that team. What up, Jeff? And I love Otis. And because it is the 3rd of September, I'm sorry, but ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. I hate that the fact that they made them filler. I hate the fact that, well, I don't hate the fact that, because let's be honest, crap, I can't even remember his doggone name, but Otis is tag team partner. Let's be honest, he's been a filler for Tozawa. He's been like the longest filler of an entire. This man has more filler than a whole entire Naruto Shippuden season. It's amazing. It's amazing, actually. And I will admit, I need something different from Chad Gable's promos, because of course after this segment we had, we ended up getting him cutting the whole entire promo and everything. But I'm gonna need him to say something more than just, yeah, we're strong, yeah, we're tough, yeah, we're this, yeah, we're that. I need him to do a little bit more. I'm gonna need him to be like, nah, they were lackeys, they held me back. They the reason, like now, like be a heel. If you're gonna be a heel and you left your team and you deserted your team and you got your team, you got your new team, but the other team, you got to stand on other team business. I'm just saying, he's definitely up there with R-Truth. Like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they both probably have like the longest tenure besides Kofi Kingston, and probably besides Randy. They probably do have like the longest tenure, because Jesus Christ. So so who has the longest? Oh God, Mad Dog's here. What's up, Mad Dog? But anyway, this match was great. This match was good. My best take of it was freaking Maxine Dupree. And I love her, but Maxine Dupree got yoked out. I mean, I have never, like, I thought the yoke out when she got yoked up on the announce table was bad. Nah, Ivy put some extra oomph into that yoking. I promise you. I promise you. I didn't say Orin. I said Orin. I forgot Natalya still. I know she was hurt, and I know there was something else that happened to Natalya, but I have no idea where has Natalya been, to be honest. Can anybody please let me know in the chat where has she been? Because I do kind of miss her. Like right now ish, she could have been in some of these feuds. Like prime example, Lyric. Her and Lyric could be going at it, because we'll get into that actually next, because her and Lyric could be getting at it. Mainly, we need somebody to fight Pure Fusion and Collective, Bang Bang Scissor Gang, however they want to be called. I don't know. They don't even know what they want to be called. They call Pure Fusion. They call Pure Fusion Collective, but the problem is that they come out doing the guns. They come out doing what y'all want to be. Do you want to be Bang Bang Scissor Gang, or do you want to be Pure Fusion Collective? Wherever the fuck that's supposed to mean. But first of all, I'm gonna need y'all to control y'all own identity. We need y'all to get an identity. One, I do love the fact that they teamed up together. I do appreciate that. I did appreciate Shayna Baszler beating up on Zelina, because she came saucy at my girl Liv. So this is what happens. You get beat the fuck down twice. Matter of fact, I don't even remember last time Zelina actually really won a real credible match. And I still love her, but I need my girl. I need my girl to do a little something with it. Maxine is definitely getting impressive. I do admit that. I would definitely admit that, Jeff. I've seen the progress from when she first joined Alpha Academy, and how she is now. She definitely has improved way better than what I expected. One, Because I personally thought she was just going to be like a manager and that's about it. She's gone from like manager to actual like I'm wrestling. Like I know I'm doing this for real. Who on contrary to popular belief, who I need to stop getting these L's is freaking Zelina. Jesus Christ, woman. I feel and this is exactly how I feel, Jeff. I feel like, and I would have loved the fact that Zelina wins this and then tries to recruit somebody besides Lyra, because Lyra comes in, she tries to attack, tries to jump, tries to help, but gets her ass whooped too. It was just an ass whooping for Yasa for the Pure Fusion Collective. Speaking of ass whooping for Yasas, we will get into the next few other segments, but we'll cut into a commercial break real quick. Let's see which one I want to do to y'all so y'all can laugh at. Guess I'll take it. Guess we'll go with this one.
I said I saw it. Mm-hmm. I can see the points that you made, but none of it matters because the movie was everything I wanted it to be.
And that's fair. It was nice to see some of these characters show up, but not really be themselves. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, well, Elektra was herself because she didn't do nothing in the original Daredevil either.
I love that they had Blade in there, Channing
Tatum.
I
do too. I like how in the Void he ages up, even though he's an immortal vampire. I like that. I like how he doesn't in the Void either. There's no blood or garlic serum in the Void either because he was gaunt. I need some of that magic. I need that Void magic, okay? Because he was gaunt. He looked like he couldn't lift me up, let alone fight all those people for 20 minutes.
Listen, I'm sure he still got in shape for it.
If you paid me $1 million or whatever they paid him, I'd be in shape right now.
Hold on, you didn't like Channing Tatum as Gambit?
I guess I would have liked him if he was actually in a movie before, but he
was supposed to be.
We were supposed to get reparations. You want to watch a movie about that? The
he was supposed to be. That's why they had the line in there.
No, I got it. I got the joke. I got it. But I still haven't seen the movie that he was in that made it like. That's why the Blade hit, because he was actually in a movie. He started it all. I just wish they would have fed him during craft services. I like Johnny.
Channing Tatum one was a fan service. That was a fan service thing because fans wanted them in the movie.
No, I
was like, oh work. Yeah, we're gonna
understand how movies work. And salute to you for buying some shares in the movie. Stop clearly, Rashad.
Calvarine.
I don't see movies just for cameos, Rashad. I don't do that. I spent a lot of money for that ticket.
Listen, the thing as a whole was a great fan service movie. All the stuff that Deadpool is known for, they threw it all in there. They blended it up, and it was a great, fun adventure. All
right, I couldn't take enough Channing Tatum slander. But like I told you before that in the previous other episodes, that we have a lot of shows for any and every person. We do movie reviews, we do wrestling reviews, and that is a part of the entertainment section of Unpopular Review that you can catch every single week. But like I said, I love those guys. They're funny and hilarious, and they be having some good takes. But we would not take any Channing, I'm about to make a name for myself, freaking Tatum slander at all. We're just not doing it. I don't know. I swear to God, because for me, y'all know I'm a nerd. Obviously, come on. But anyway, y'all know I'm a nerd. I've been waiting for Channing Tatum to be Gambit ever since the longest time. I like, good God, for like literally the longest time since probably the first Wolverine came out. I've been wanting him to come out. I've been wanting him to show up. He showed the fuck up. That man was amazing. Elektra did the most thing that she's ever done in any Marvel movie ever. And Blade, he's Blade. But anyway, just like Blade is Blade, petty is petty, and that's what we had in the next segment, because pettiness met with extra pettiness in CM Punk showing up, coming out, and I figured them. Charlotte and Naomi. Okay, cool. Now, like I said, this was also cool, but not really cool because I'm biased because I'm a huge CM Punk fan. Y'all know that anyway. So CM Punk comes up, shows up. He's talking about how he wants to move away from Drew McIntyre, that everything that he has beef with any and everybody else, because Seth Rollins is about to show up and he got to get his get back too. But so we had CM Punk saying, "Oh, I'm going to challenge for the world title again. I'm the best in the world." I need to compete to be the best in the world. The only way I can show people that I'm the best in the world is if I have the best in the world title. He says, yeah, I'm shooting my shot and I'm going to get it to the moon. And then Drew McIntyre kicked his ass to the moon, literally. The amount of ass whoopiness that Drew McIntyre had put on this man, I was trying to call freaking the retirement center because look, CM Punk is 40 years old. He can't be taking no ass whoopings like that for a long time.
CM Punk was just injured last night on Raw, but he was already injured from the brutal strap match. Brutal strap match. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unpopular Review. I am THExecutive Consultant late, but I had to eat dinner. That shit was not getting cold. I don't like eating in front of y'all. But a few points I want to mention out. I know you already talked about it. I was listening backstage. First and foremost, I can't wait for the Terrible Two, or Terrible Twins as they call themselves, and the Judgment Day's feud to end. It's going absolutely nowhere with just them beating them down every week. Now, granted, they had the Rhea Ripley thing, but then, well, we saw what happened in the end, and we'll talk more about that later. Maxine Dupree is improving, but they still know that she's very green, and they try to keep her in short spurts so you don't see it as much. But before, it was very obvious and noticeable, so good job there. And I agree with you, the Chad Gable thing. I think Chad Gable is one of the best in the world. I think he's one of the greatest heels. I think he can go on the main event run, but what's doing him no favors is to stay in this continuous feud with the freaking Wyatt Six. They lose every single week. I mentioned this fact last night. Do you know since American Made?
This has to be it. This has to be the last match.
Since American Made has become American Made, and you've been asking for this for months, they have not won a single match. Yeah. Not one. They lost every one of their matches. Ridiculous.
So as a group, yes, but technically he did beat Bo, but he just didn't beat Howdy. So on a technical,
ridiculous.
But
then after that, where's the Wyatt Six go from here? It's just plus he tries to channel Bray Wyatt too much. Look, I'm gonna say something. I've been saying stuff all day. I've been getting jumped and beat up. I don't care. I'll say it again. I don't like the fact that he only can channel Bray Wyatt in order to get over. His promo yesterday was complete Bray Wyatt. Let it go. If you're going to do something in honor and remember him, that's something. But you don't have to do it completely to the point where it's like, now you're just trying to make money off his coattails, in my opinion. Be Uncle Howdy. If you're going to do Uncle Howdy, be Uncle Howdy. Yeah. Be a little bit different. Yesterday was complete Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, it gave the same. But I think that's what it is. Is like I'm willing to bet he's doing the kayfabe thing where it's like American Made is going to be the reason why he breaks.
We will see.
That would be kind of like the only way to redeem himself from because his promo was pretty weak. To me, his promo was pretty weak. I will admit that I need him to step it up a little bit more in regards of just bring back the videos. Like I felt like the videos.
Well, how many more times can you do the videos?
Oh, you can. So the thing is, you can build because not every week. And I hate that I'm gonna say this, but if they do end up winning and basically burying American Made at this point.
Well, American Made don't have to get buried because they can go in another feud. It'll be fine.
That's true. But
how many people can really work with the Wyatt Six like that?
I'm saying that in the sense of burying this feud because at that point, it's freaking, you get swept. Like, I don't remember last time a wrestler just gets swept. You know what I'm saying? LeBron gets swept. Wrestlers don't get swept. That's all. That's all. But I will admit when it comes to the Wyatt Six, the only next people I could see is if Pete comes back and they jump him or something. Like I think the other problem is that it's just not enough like factions of heels unless they go against Karrion Kross and them.
Nobody wants to see that. It's just you paint yourself in a corner when you do some of these gimmicks, and I think WWE needs to realize that sometimes. Supernatural gimmicks except for the Undertaker and Kane to a certain extent, never last long. And even they had to change up a little bit.
Yeah.
And the Undertaker you saw sporadically in the last 10 years of his career or something like that. That's why I always said Bray Wyatt used to have great promos and great feuds, but the end game never worked out because it's just hard to come back from that. And that's something they need to consider. But
I would say this. I've always had an unpopular opinion about his match versus Seth. I felt like that was like the best way to end that match, only because it made Seth lose his mind and lose his mind to the point that he's wearing his wife's clothes in the ring. And then on top of that, it protected. You know it's true, goddammit. You know it's true. But
it's not. After that, he became the Messiah. He was poking people's eyes out.
Then what ended up happening? After
but that was like 2 years after. He poked the eye out because first he was just going around. He was being a heel. He was acting like he was the Messiah and stuff like that. What made him originally snap was the fact that Becky got pregnant. Because I'll never forget the interview. He was backstage. They said, "Hey, how do you feel about Becky being pregnant?" And then he just went stoic. And then at the his tag match, he just stood in the corner the whole time. And he snapped, and that's what he did the thing to Rey Mysterio. He was upset. He had a kid on the way.
Why do you keep making? You trying to make these fathers?
I mean, do you remember that? Did you see it? Go back and watch it if you don't believe it.
It wasn't in the way that you tried to describe it.
It's how it was. Go back. He literally was talking. He literally was talking, and they said, "Why in the world?" He said, "They said, hey, how do you feel about it?" Because it was the same night Becky announced that she's giving up because she had pregnant. Yes, he was. Go back. People, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all act like I don't know what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I remember it like it was yesterday. He was asked about Becky giving up the title because she's pregnant. His demeanor completely changed. Then he was on the corner and he didn't do shit for like 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden he snaps. Rey Mysterio got an eye poked out. Go back and watch it. Go back and find that episode of Raw in 2020, 2 Raws after WrestleMania. I'm telling you, he snapped because he found out he is with child.
It's so much cap in that because the way, first of all, the way that during the interviews, when they were saying, asking him about him having a child and everything, he was happy. He was excited. He was gun ho. He was not mad. He was not mad at that. He probably was mad at anything else, but he wasn't mad at that. I don't think. Now, I will say though, is that these two do not fucking like each other. Drew and Punk absolutely don't like each other. Obviously, this is probably the main event for Bad Blood. I'm assuming. I get that Cody was, I get Cody was the one that shot the promo for Bad Blood and everything, but there's no real feud for Cody when it comes to Bad Blood. In a sense, like Roman's handling Solo, of course. So that whole bloodline handling bloodline gone. What's the next heel that could come at Cody and make it a Bad Blood type of feud?
But who was the last person you feuded with?
So Solo. Then before that, I want to say it was. Dang it! I want to say.
Struggling, huh?
I am struggling because I'm trying to remember.
Joe. We'll talk about Joe in a second. I got some thoughts when it comes to Joe.
He wasn't.
I got some thoughts when it comes to Joe. We'll talk about Joe in a second. He's mad because he's on the Blouses side of Skins and Blouses pickup games. Joe's a freshman change.
Okay, that was funny. That was.
I mean, you laughed.
Yeah, that was it. That's really been it when it comes to like main real main real woo, what up, Mike? But yeah, when it comes to main real feuds with Cody, why he has had the title, that's really been it. It hasn't been like a heated feud except for Solo. It's the only feud that's really been heated. It's just been Cody and friends fight for the title.
If you say so.
Who you think? Because
I don't know. I got nothing.
And my thing is the problem. A big problem is a lot of your main heels on SmackDown is in a feud within a feud within a feud. So the only heels that's being brought up are kind of stuck in the mid card level, because you got your Carmelos, you got your Santos, you have your, you have these certain different types that they all just give mid card level. They don't give, he could be a main champion, he could be a main eventer champion just yet. Carmelo's gonna get there. Out of everybody, yeah. For main event moments, because you gotta think about it. At bare minimum, and I'm saying like, when it's all said and done for Carmelo, at bare minimum, he's gonna get those 2 titles. I don't think he's gonna get the Kofi treatment at all. I know his size is small. I know that's gonna be a thing, and that's gonna be a problem for him. Is that they're gonna look at his size and everything. And if he brushes up on his mic skills a little bit more, sometimes he be sounding a little corny. He do be sounding a little corny, like he ain't got no wrist, but like the kids would say. But I still would say, he's going to be a better champion than Jinder Mahal.
Realistically speaking, anybody is a better champion than Jinder Mahal.
Nah. And this is gonna be painful for me to say it, but damn, this is gonna hurt. Sammy getting the title wouldn't do justice. Sammy getting a world title isn't gonna be worse than Jinder Mahal. I feel like there has been things that has been as bad as Jinder Mahal, but I don't think there's anything gonna be worse. Sammy, if he had one, feel like that he would be the one that be on that ranking of who's like your best and worst champions, or like just basically worst views and whatnot. Sammy will probably be on that lower, and it's not because of his wrestling ability. It's not because of how he is. It's mostly because of the chemistry with others and the storylines that you can build upon. It's like how far can we go with the underdog gimmick? See, my dog agreed, but it's kind of like how long can you go with the underdog gimmick? Which I wish I could bring this doggone photo up that I saw earlier, because certain wrestlers be having audacity to talk about. Well, some former wrestlers be having audacity to talk about other wrestlers when them were just a one-trick gimmick. But we ain't gonna name names.
Why not? I want to know names.
The Rise with Penis.
Val Venus. Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Had the nerve to and now it's one thing, and I guess we might as well go into that segment as well. But it is one thing to be like, oh, if Sammy was in the locker room when I was in the locker room, they'd be carrying my bags. First of all, I don't remember anybody carrying Val Venus's bags at all when he was there. I don't remember not one rookie having to carry, out of all people, Val Venus. Val Venus, they chopped off my penis. Him.
Val Venus had some was very popular for quite a while.
He was popular, but he wasn't, he wasn't like face of the franchise for a moment. He was like a main player. He was that comedic filler that we like, that raunchy comedic filler that I feel like Attitude Era definitely did the best with. Out of all the eras, Attitude Era had the best type of filler, mid-card level type of segments and matches and feuds that made it feel like you wanted to watch that.
They have it now, though. But, I mean, to answer your question, I know Mike Knox and I did the review show for whatever it was called this past Saturday. And
Bash at Berlin.
And we were asked, like, hey, guys, who do you think is going to be your next opponent for Gunther? And I said Sami Zayn, right?
I wasn't surprised. I'm not surprised.
It wasn't surprised. It makes sense because Raw is lacking a lot of babyface talent. And a lot of the talents they do have, I know, is they keep away from the world title feud because they have so many wrestlers that are over now. Hence CM Punk, hence Drew McIntyre, who I think should be the Raw champion. Sami Zayn is a credible threat to him because he already defeated Gunther. But realistically speaking, just like I said, Jey Uso is going to go after that Intercontinental Championship, and they pretty much gave it away. We'll talk about that segment he had with whatever his name is, Braun Breaker in the back. Like, they pretty much just said, "Oh, he's winning now." I mean, come on, that was too heated. It's their farewell tour because they're going to SmackDown, right? They're joining Roman Reigns, so this is just them acting like they can challenge it, and then they're going to lose, and then it's going to be the end of them, and they're going to go over.
Well, see, that's honestly why I think. That's honestly why I think somebody from the bloodline is going to show up.
No, it has to be Roman or Paul Heyman approaching them, and then see, this is how you build the storyline. They can't accept right away.
It has to be Paul. It has to be Paul because Paul was the one. Paul was the one that before he got demolished by by Bloodline 2.0. Paul was the one who, when they was walking by Jay, looking at Jay like, you know, blink twice if you're okay. he gave you the blink twice, and Paul wasn't blinking. That man was crying. This man was crying on the inside. So it has to be Paul. It can't be Roman. Not right now. Roman has to be like the last person that they all agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like they like, all right, cool. Because of course we're gonna have Jimmy and Jay gunning for Tama. Well, definitely Jay is gonna gun for them because of what they did to Jimmy. But then when Jimmy comes back, that's when everything happens. But Jay has to get pulled. The only way Jay gets pulled is either Paul, Jimmy, or Tama screws him over.
That is the link to that episode of Monday Night Raw where Seth Rollins got his heart broken for having a kid. Go ahead and pay attention to this link, gentlemen and ladies, and in betweens.
I cannot deal with this bad. I can't deal with this bad. I cannot deal with this bad. He did not do that. Like, I don't know why. Don't know why we keep saying that. He did not do that. He definitely did not do that. But what also happened, speaking of, because we still have not, well, might as well just pass over. We all know what's going to happen. Like I said, I'm predicting this is going to be your main event. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, and like a I Quit match or a freaking Hell in a Cell.
Most people think Hell in a Cell. I don't think CM Punk can handle being in a Hell in a Cell match. He barely survived that ladder match. I mean, not ladder match, that strap match. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, what makes Beeman steaming? Stay with us. You're watching Unpopular Review.
Previously on the Mike Knox show.
Matches.
Amazing. This is one of my favorite all-ins. Last year was awesome, but this year was just as good. And next year, being in Texas, I'm ready to go.
Okay, I got friends that go to the Double or Nothings in Vegas all the time. Had about 30. They all in. Had about 30 people on their pay-per-view game. Listen, I'm gonna say this because we all get on Tony Khan. A lot of times, Tony, we know what you be doing in the back of those cars, D. Do you know what I be doing in the back of them cars, D? Yeah, ain't like you back there sweating bullets, man. Okay? You know. Mariah May's a friend of the program. I was not here when they interviewed her.
I know, yeah.
That interview. Good for you. You did something that Mike Knox could have done himself. Never saw this one. I didn't pay this girl not a motherfucking never mind. Okay? Like that chick in church that had the extra long skirt with the big glasses. We didn't pay her no attention until we went skating. And if she didn't have the skirt on and the glasses on, you was like... I may actually beat Tony Storm's ass with the shoe because I actually took notice. And I mention constantly, and no, I'm not jumping the shark like Fonzie and Happy Days. Yeah, another old reference, okay? I'm not
like
jumping the Shark Tank. But I will say this. I always say a few things. There's a lot of shit, right? One of them is, if you love fucking Trish Stratus, you better love motherfucking Nikki Bella. Because there's no Nikki Bella, they're the same. They're one in one fucking name. So if you want to put Trish Stratus as top 5, there better be a fucking 5.1, and there better be Nikki fucking Bella. They're the same fucking character, okay? And I think Nikki Bella's a better wrestler than Trish Stratus. I fucking said it. Now, you cannot...
Hold on here. Is it the barbershop? Is it the barbershop? Yes, it's the barbershop. Well, I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop. Then where can we talk straight? We can't talk straight nowhere else. You know?
Yo. This your man Steamin' Willie Beeman coming to you with this week's What Makes Beeman Steamin', man. Kick off Raw, man, we had Dom in the ring. Rhea came out. She talked about how he was, gonna win the Intercontinental Championship, but then him and Liv both was gonna have gold. Rhea definitely cussed him out in Spanish and called him something that I can't repeat. I think she called him a but anyway, then she ended up getting caught up in the ring, in the ropes, and Liv Morgan jumped her from the back and caused her to injure her leg, which is only fitting, but I'm ready for this shit to be over in the championship match now between her and Liv, so Mommy can be back on top. Then we got CM Punk came out there to talk. After he came out there and talked, Drew McIntyre attacked him from behind with a hoodie on, pummeled CM Punk on the table, and then he ended up getting the bracelet back and putting the beads and feeding the beads to CM Punk, which I thought was anticlimactic. We know this feud now, though. Then we got Gunther. Gunther got challenged by Sami Zayn when he first walked out the ring. Then after that, when he came back, when Sami let him know he was the last one to beat him. So we about to get Sami Zayn and Gunther, which we know Gunther's not losing the belt to Sami Zayn. Third realize we got Rhea in the back when Damian Priest asked her, did you ask him? And what did he say? Then she went, yeet. So now we about to get the Mommy and main event Jay storyline against Dom and Liv, which is gonna be pretty dope. We can get a mixed tag before Rhea get the belt, hopefully. That's what I'm ready for. What about y'all? Third thing we had got the Damage Control and Fire and Ice in a #1 contender match. Fire and Ice won after not no interference from outside, but after a botch move happened where Bianca got taken out while the champs was ringside. Then we got the main event tonight: Jay and Damian versus Judgment Day, Big Head and Super Abs. Jay and Damian got the win, which was dope to see the spear and then him to do the Uso splash while Damian was edging him on at
what just happened? But I got some disturbing breaking news. Hulk Hogan decided to talk again. We got another soundbite.
Let's hear it.
And I don't have the clip, but he was on Logan Paul's interview, and this just came out. It was on Logan Paul's interview podcast, and he said that people are very forgiving. People forgive easily, and he said if the man that should not be named and all the crap and the bad crap that he did, and people still love him, then, people still gonna love me. I will let you know that Terry, Bodega, Malaria, Pennsylvania, I hate you as much as I hated the fact that Dominic Mysterio was in this match against Ilya Dragunov and Dragon Lee. He really had no business being in this match in the first place if he was just not going to win. It defeated the whole entire purpose. It didn't really ruin the segment, just like Hulk Hogan ruined social media a lot every time he opens his goddamn mouth, just like Hulk Hogan kept ruining fucking TNA, just like Hulk Hogan ruining WCW. Dominic didn't really ruin this match, but it was just like it was just like some Tom and Jerry shit. It was like some Tom and Jerry shit between him and Damian Priest. But he put the shades back on.
It's so ridiculous. I mean, it's like Damian Priest always just beats up everybody. It's annoying. One man beating up 4 people. It's annoying.
It gets old at the time. After a while, like the first time, I get it. He was pissed. He was angry. Blah blah blah. I got angry dragon.
I'll give Damian Priest this. He is finally over. Is he still a top 5 wrestler on the Raw? I don't think so, but he's finally over.
He's not. As long as, and my argument will be, as long as Jay and CM Punk stays on Raw, he won't be.
Jay, CM Punk,
because those be the only 2 that you could.
I think Sami Zayn's still more over than
and I use those 2 because those 2 are the main ones that can pose as free agents and can go anywhere. CM Punk looking like he's leaning more towards NXT type of role probably after this year or in the next 2 years. He's probably going to do he's probably going to do some like backstage stuff with Shawn. So that would be the only way that Damian Priest becomes top 5, or even top 3. And that's no slight to Damian Priest. I still say he's still over in a sense. Like people still like him. I just don't think people fully believe in him as a champion. I don't think he has that champion
because he's not a champion person. But I also kind of think that Braun Strowman is more over than Damian Priest.
Oh yeah, but also
depending on where they at.
But also we got to look at it in this spot. In this spot, Braun was way more ready, and when he was in NXT than Damian was. We wasn't even paying attention. We was paying attention to Damian.
When Braun Strowman was in NXT, he was.
I meant Braun Baker. My bad. I was thinking about Braun.
No, Braun Baker, I don't count. Braun Strowman, I think, is a little bit more over than Damian Priest. When Braun Strowman music hits, I hear fan reaction out of him. I think Braun Strowman plays a better baby face than Damian Priest. Braun Strowman knows how to hype up a crowd and everything. I think Damian Priest is still learning in his advanced years. And that's we're about.
But I think it's because he's always been like a heel or just like a.
For the most part, he had a baby face NXT run. He can do it. And I think he's doing better than I ever thought he was. I mean, don't get me wrong.
He did have an NXT babyface run, but it was like it looked like it gave a lot of his promos during that run gave tweener vibes. It gave that he's not like a pure babyface. Like Sammy can play either one. He can play pure babyface, or he can.
Those are the best wrestlers that can play either one. You know who can't play either one?
Probably. Well, no, Dragunov could.
I'll give you a hint. He's in AEW, and he swears when he drives.
Stop it.
He does not play babyface well.
Yeah, he can't. Now, the reason why I say he can't is because the shit that he has done on this heel run, you can't. Sometimes you just can't.
MJF, it's done a lot of shit in his heel run, and he still played a believable babyface.
Was he really a believable babyface?
Look at Roman Reigns.
Or was it just
look at Roman Reigns?
MJF.
Look at Roman Reigns. Oh, I mean, after I got jumped in the chat room earlier, I feel like we love Swerve Strickland, right? Because the Lord knows he deserves millions of dollars because he's like the best guy.
Swerve is over. I don't know why people don't get this.
Is he over or is his song and manager over?
Swerve, and this is for all my fans. This is how you know I go back with Swerve. Swerve was over. Yes, Prince Nana is definitely is kind of more of a face than Swerve at this point, to be honest. He's right
You
about that.
just proved my point. Thank you, Joe.
But as a face, overall, Swerve has been over ever since he came out to it. Ain't nobody doing like better.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Charmaine. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up soon is going to be a debate between myself and Z is Silent Dice Man over how over is Swerve Strickland. One of the things we can agree on is he's over, but is he top star over?
No.
That's what I've been arguing with. So why are you paying him millions of dollars if he's not even in the top 5?
Oh, I thought you meant like top. I was like, no, that's MJF. That's MJF for AEW.
He's not in the top 5. I can name 5 superstars in AEW bigger than him. If I can name 5 superstars bigger in AEW, I'm not sure you deserve that money.
Nah, because one of those people that I'm thinking about is about to retire, so I don't count him.
But he's a champion.
For how long?
Doesn't matter. He's your champion, and not only is he your champion, he beat your guy. He beat your guy.
This is why that bullshit should never have happened. First of all, I never like, and I hate we talk about AEW, but I never like the whole concept of career on the line versus a title match. Because most of the times, the person that's putting the career on the line, and it's not towards the end of the year, they're going to get that title before they get out. They're going to get that title, and we all know Tony Khan. First of all, we all know Tony Khan be on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
So do y'all. If y'all think Swerve is top 5 guy that deserves millions of dollars, he don't. $600,000.
He does.
That's it. $600,000. This man. There is 9 AEW World Champions. He is ranked number 8 or 9.
No way.
Absolutely. Yes way. Every other AEW World Champion was better than him. Every last one of them. No. Every last World Champion in All Elite Whackness was better than Swerve Strickland. Absolutely. His run was ass.
I would have gave you. I would have if you had said if you had said John. Yes, absolutely.
John Moxley.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Maybe if you count one of his title reigns, his last one, or second to last one, but I wouldn't count him as an overall champion is better than Swerve Strickland.
I don't know.
You just don't want to see it because
I do.
Y'all don't want to see it because y'all want to back your boy Swerve. Y'all want to swerve when you drive, but it's not count. It's not hidden. It's not hidden.
It is hidden. It's hidden everywhere. Everybody's swerving when they drop. This man said last year that y'all's going to be. I'm gonna be in y'all's biggest stage, and everybody on the stage is going to scream. My name. Literally, they did that this year in both of their biggest events. They did it at All In when they did the Who's
when they were chanting for Daniel Bryan.
They would. He literally said they would scream my name right after that entrance.
They like saying Swerve's house.
No, but they were saying his name right.
They were cheering for Daniel Bryan.
His name.
They were cheering for Daniel Bryan.
But everybody said his name.
Chris Knox is a good cheerleader.
Y'all gonna be chanting my name.
I know he's wrong.
She just like you. That's the only reason. I don't be paying attention to her comments. She's biased. But anyway, I probably agree with that. I will agree with that. That MJF was a better champion, but that's 2. That's 2. That's not every. You know what I'm saying? That's not everybody else. He was definitely. I cannot. First of all, I cannot believe that this man really said that Chris Jericho title reign was better than Swerve.
Chris Jericho was arguably the second best title reign in AEW history. Maybe first. He led champion on the case of the bubbly. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it was cool. It was cool, but it was.
He put AEW on the map. That's why he was the world champion first. Because nobody knew what AEW was.
And that's why
all they knew was some stupid whack company.
This one. Look, we got to keep going. I don't like talking about AEW. I barely watch the bullshit. I barely watch the shit anyway. I mostly just watch the pay-per-views because honestly, that's the cheat code.
I got one last thing. I understand Swerve resigned. And I just thought that, you know what? Swerve, you are a smart guy. Let me take my glasses off so you can see I'm serious. You are a highly intelligent guy. They were willing to pay you millions of dollars that you're not worth, right? And now they have to pay you that money, even though they're going out of business December 28th at Company's End. At their last pay-per-view at the end of the year right here in Orlando. And they still have to pay you money. You can go back to WWE and be NXT North American champion like you belong.
How are they gonna go?
I wonder if he knows he's muted. Whose house?
That's wild. That
house
wild.
is gonna have a
I
lot
don't even know where to start with
December 28th.
We,
Sooner or later, he's gonna realize he's muted. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
How am I muted?
He's still talking. I don't understand this.
Hold on.
Are you back?
Can you hear me?
Nope.
What?
Sensei and freeze. Chris, when you bring back the UPR championship, right now the UPR champion is Ron. He won NXT No Mercy predictions because he's the only person that picked Nathan Frazier and Axiom to win the tag team titles for some reason. I don't know why they got the titles back. It made no sense, but you know, NXT it was a decent show. The women outshined the men. The men's matches were not that good, but the women matches were pretty good. It's so nice to see Freckles agree with me, even though I can't hear a word he's saying.
I feel like you can.
There you go. I can hear you now. I didn't hear you. I didn't
But-
hear you. See, Jeffrey said Sensei froze.
I did because the bullshit that was coming, they was saying. But
What,
I do
swerve?
agree. I do agree. The women
North American
outshined the
champion?
men. Absolutely. I absolutely agree with
Hey,
that.
you know who I was impressed with? And we gotta really go because it's 6 minutes. Jada Parker. She's gonna do something special. Go ahead.
Honestly, yeah. I agree. I agree. She was the most impressive for me, mostly because I wanted to see how she can go, you know, as doing like a main event for women, like a women's main event match, like on her own, no OT, no OTM, no outside forces, none of that nature, just her by herself. And can she get over? And she won me over. I mean, she won me over with the slap. First of all, like she won me. That's when she won me over. When she did that slap, that was it for me. I was like, oh, this is a bad bitch right here. Like, god damn, I love it.
God dang. September 28th. I might make a pit stop in Atlanta the day before. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. You see how good did Jada do against Roxanne? I think she did tremendous. You know, I was good. Hey Jeff, let me tell you, the UPR family, all like 20 of us, they were jumping on me this past week, like Swerve. They got on my ass because I said that Roxanne came out looking like she was Liv Morgan on Sunday. I don't know what's going on, but if anybody saw NXT No Mercy,
I agree with that.
Thank you. If anybody saw NXT No Mercy, look at Liv Morgan. Not Liv Morgan. Look at Roxanne Perez's entrance and tell me you didn't see a little bit of Liv Morgan from her.
I agree. I can agree with that.
It was like watching my homegirl shine. All right, fuck it. We own this network. We can go a little longer. See what's up.
All right, so we got a match I don't give a fuck about, but
what match is that? We can talk about briefly.
Unholy Union versus Damage Control. And
yeah, well, hey, you can't talk about that match. I'm talking about that bump that Kyrie Sane took. Did you see her face and her eye?
Yeah, that was ugly. That was like the highlight of the whole entire match.
That looked like Seth Rollins found out he was having another child and decided to interfere in that match. Look, that were great. That was great. I was surprised the Unholy Union Triple H. Let me take my glasses off so you can see how serious it is. Stop trying to make the Unholy Union a thing. It's not like I don't get it, man. You gotta let it go. I've always talked about he has such a soft spot for his NXT children. I get it. They have not clicked in the 2 years they've been on the main roster. They have never clicked. You gave him the title. I thought it was sweet. They didn't deserve it, but I thought it was sweet. And then to double down because you didn't like the fact that we called you out on it, you had to give him a long title run because you were saying this is what the fuck you got. And hey, the way I give him a long title run, I'm not even going to have him on TV for a month and a half. They're just going to appear on Titantrons from time to time. They put Blair Davenport in there just to prolong it. But they finally they couldn't take it any longer. They finally lost titles. Are you about to give them another rematch for them to lose again? Don't do this. Go ahead and let them break up. Because Alba Fire brings that fire. She can do it. And the other one, Isla Dawn, I see character. The Dice don't like her. I see a good character out of her.
I like them separate. I don't like them together.
Yeah. But it's time to go. Thank you. When you watch NXT later today, hopefully I'm backstage. Please say that because I got jumped all over. Oh, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Your takes are ass. Bro, sis, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not always right. I know that. And yes, I did say Liv Morgan used to suck. Okay, fine. Oh, the executive contradiction. I'm allowed to change my mind. Y'all just said Maxine Dupree improved, right? Liv Morgan used to be ass. I don't care what anybody says. She was boring. She had the worst.
She was not as ass as people was making it seem.
She had the worst world title reign in the last 5 years. Name another world women's champion in the last 5 years that had a worse title reign than her. I dare you. You're not going to find it. I dare you. Go ahead. I'll wait.
I don't feel like hers was bad. She didn't face nobody.
She faced somebody. She faced Ronda Rousey. Her reign was bad. It was boring.
Yeah, but that's what she faced. She really faced no real person. That's the problem. And I definitely
y'all keep making excuses for these people. Liv Morgan became interesting because she owned the crap and she got fired.
I'll take that back. And I do like her. I do like her personally, but Ronda Rousey's title reign was worse.
Her second reign. Okay, her first title reign was actually very good.
Her first title reign was amazing.
Like for real, I think Ronda Rousey's second stint in the company took her down a little bit of how because before that I used to say she low key could be a GOAT. Like her first year was up there with her Angles, was up there. I know he's not popular, but Alberto Del Rio up there with Brock Lesnar. Like her first year was really, really good.
It was top tier. It was what I expected out of her. It was what I was expecting.
I think the second one, and I don't have any evidence or proof of this. Okay, I don't have sources. I'm not Mad Dog Kelly. But her second her second run, I think was marred by the fact that she doesn't get along with a lot of women backstage, which is why they put her on SmackDown and they kept her away from a lot of people on Raw. Del Rio had bad guy Jack. I know Del Rio is not a popular guy because of the stuff he did with Paige and all this other stuff.
But his first year, his first 2 years was an impressive wrestler.
His first night he beat Rey Mysterio.
It was impressive.
He won the Royal Rumble.
Is that
He co-main evented WrestleMania.
Like he
won the Money in the Bank. He won the WWE Championship. What else did you want him to do? He had a fantastic year. And his biggest accomplishment yet, he had me wearing a scarf for about a year.
No,
I used to go around saying, Alberto!
His swag was unmatched. Well, wow. His swag was unmatched.
I knew you were going to say something about what I said, Ray, but it's still impressive. He beat Rey Mysterio on his first night.
No, on your first night, that's impressive. That's like John Cena versus Kurt Angle impressive. But problem is, but Rhea's a piece of shit.
Shut up. I want you to read what Jeffrey said.
A piece of shit.
Tell Barbara, I agree with Liv Morgan thing. Roxanne Perez came out like she wanted to be Liv Morgan. That's all I got to say. And I was already making fun of Roxanne Perez anyway, because sometimes her facial expressions annoy the hell out of me. Right? I like Roxanne Perez. I think she's the best woman in NXT.
I like the fact that she does that. Honestly,
you talking about the eye thing that she does?
Yeah.
But it's so forced, it's so fake. Every time I see her, she's backstage. True. I can't stand it. I see this woman at the club all the time. She walks past me. She looks all sweet and innocent. She's not. I hope she don't watch this.
You just want to get that off your chest.
She's not. This is something. But actually, I see her and I see Cora, and then I see a lot of them, and then they be with her. I always recognize the women. I don't recognize the men. I just look at the men. I'm like, damn, why is this dude so much bigger than me? It's so annoying. So I assume they're wrestlers. I don't know. They be some big ass people.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Like NXT has been recruiting like some fucking genetic freak.
I tell you this. I was watching NXT No Mercy, and while I was watching NXT No Mercy, they were. I think Vic Joseph was like, "Oh, we gotta talk about Joe Testicle." But when we were talking about, he was talking about. He said NXT has the best women's division in all wrestling. No, you don't. Just because you have 50 women in your locker room does not mean you have the best women's division in wrestling.
I still get at the TNA.
Have you watched SmackDown? Have you watched NXT product in a while?
I have.
Okay, so if you watch the NXT product, you'll guarantee to see. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bad Guy Jack. You're guaranteed to see a scene in the locker room where there's like 10 women, and you know what? I guarantee while they're talking about what they're feuding over, I'm over here thinking, what are these women's names? That's what I'm thinking the whole time because I don't know who these women are.
It's a good about like 10 to 15.
Yeah, they do it all the time because the guy's throwing in there to make them feel good. I'm not saying it's not outstanding. I'm saying it's not the best in the
but no, it's not the best.
It's not the best. It's not. I'm not saying it's the worst. It's better than AEW's, right? But I can't sit here and say the best. I think they mistaken quantity over.
They're better than Raw.
All right. Yeah, they're better than Raw. I'll say they're better than Raw, but they're not better than SmackDown. SmackDown is just kill. Yeah, like 15 of them. Like every single time I watch NXT, they're always in the locker room, and then they get some argument.
Really like 10 to 15. And then you got that one that talks, but then she has a match. So
yeah, and then the ones in the background are so animated, like. And I feel like I'm watching an episode of GTA.
I'm chasing my goals and dreams. I love that I'm in college, but I hate that I'm in college at the same time.
He had to clean up school, right? Because you were like, well, you had to clean up school. He said, I love that I'm in school. Then he said, I love it in college because he had to clean up school. Because you're going to say, what, elementary school, high school? You know what I'm saying? Barber school? Like, what are you in school for?
I'm loving that I'm in college right now. But
what are you in college for?
So I'm in college for organizational and leadership with the concentrations in esports.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but I heard leadership. So that means that he's going to take a more leadership role in the popular review. Good. We'll talk. Go ahead. Fun fact. He actually joined UPPR. He's going to be taking over for me starting next month on Thursdays. Good job. Hey. Yes. I can finally get off that. I feel like Michael Cole. I did. I used to put it in the chat. I don't care. We're off the rails here. Right? It's Bad Guy Jack would say we're all over the place. I was putting in the chat every week faithfully for $2. Anybody want to join Thursday? C-buys. Everybody says, fuck you, motherfucker. I like these motherfuckers. Nobody can take on Thursdays for me.
First of all, nobody said fuck. Not one person said fuck.
But you know what? Have you ever was you call somebody? Have you ever heard the phone ring like two and a half times, and then you hear the person you are trying to or you've called? Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
What did they do?
They hang up.
No, they didn't hang up. They pressed the end button or the ignore button, or better yet, the fuck you button. That's what it's called. It's called the fuck you button. If you call a motherfucker and they don't give you the respect of letting the phone ring like they're not around it, you know, it's in their fucking hand, and they press the button, that's the fuck you button. That's what it is. Okay? Everybody knows that. It's the fuck you button. If you message somebody and that shit says seed 5 minutes ago and they don't respond, that is saying fuck you. I didn't want to answer your question of what are you doing today? All right? I don't want to answer your are you up question. It's fuck you. All right? Let's just call it what it is. I'm sorry. That made me hot. Or act like it's not the fuck you button. It's not the fuck you. I said, does anybody want to join Thursday so I get off? They said, oh my God. It was like Damian Priest coming out when he first won the world title. Nothing was said, right? I was like, God, fuck you.
Damn it. I was trying to find a song.
You feel me, right? You feel me.
I was trying to find an instrumental Zoom. But just like how you
now we can't hear
fuck you to Damian Priest.
Oh no, that's me this time. That's me.
Sami Zayn said fuck you to Gunther.
All right, I'm back.
Sami Zayn said fuck you to Gunther, and said, I'm coming for that title. Now we know damn well Sami is not being Gunther this time. Gunther needs to be strong. Gunther needs to be powerful. Gunther needs at least until WrestleMania type of run.
At the least.
I
dare say SummerSlam, but he have too many people on Raw.
That's too many. Yeah, it's too many. Yeah, because they go.
I don't like they buried the Intercontinental title, in my opinion.
No, because we gotta wait for the tournament to cook. We gotta wait for the tournament to be over and cook and everything. I don't think
Hold on. What do you mean? Why I didn't tell you need? I put it in the chat room that I wanted off Thursdays. Can somebody join? And you hit me with the scene by, or better yet, as I said it before, you hit me with the fuck you. Right? That's what it was. You ever heard that song? Fuck you and fuck her too. Like that's what y'all did every time. Come on, man. He might lose it before that because I still think Seth Rollins, CM Punk for the title. Yeah, see it. Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah, we definitely.
You know the bitch asses see it. You see it on your phone. You on your phone. You message somebody and it says, "Hey, if you have your iPhone, that's the one thing your iPhones do so great. Not that Androids don't do it too, but your iPhones definitely shows you the scene by, right? Or better yet, you want to hear a real fuck you, Jeffrey? Here's the real fuck you. Stop me if I'm wrong. Have you ever messaged somebody and then they seen by it? Then you see the 3 dots.
Oh, and then they stop.
And then you put the phone down and you're eagerly anticipating like it's Christmas. You're like, oh, okay, what are you going to say? What are they going to say? Then you go by, seen by. No dots anymore. They were about to type you, then they stop. You know why? Because
that's the worst one.
Fuck you and fuck her too. That's why.
I agree. I honestly do agree. That's probably the worst one. That's hands down the worst.
That's disrespectful as shit. That's how I always try to answer.
I never do that. I never do that shit unless I really hate your ass. If I hate that shit, if I hate your ass.
No one heard that "Fuck You" song. We only claim Camerons.
No, no. Everybody heard. Everybody know that "Fuck You" song. See,
you know what?
Look, I'm from Atlanta. CeeLo Green.
We never knew.
CeeLo Green had a good ass anthem for every man that's ever been heartbroken, has ever been betrayed, played with, played against. No Diddy because I know they came out wrong. Any type of betrayal that a man has went through with a fucking woman, that song was for us. And that song even made a music video. And that song was even on the Daily Show. That song was on Colbert Report. That song was over. That song was almost more over than y'all's one and only.
All right. Let's get deep down into it, right? Because I'm not allowed on NXT, so I can't talk about NXT. I'm not allowed on NXT show. I'm not allowed on AEW show. You know why? Because they don't want to hear the truth. And here's the truth. Joe Hendry's mid. All right? He is mid. Say his name and he appears. Yeah, he's entertaining by that. He's also entertaining as far as when he has these diss songs. But have you seen his wrestling matches?
They are.
The seen and unseen ignored be crazy, right? Fuck you. Nah, I can't be on NXT. I can't be on NXT because y'all have so much real to me on NXT. I'll just say that.
So my thing is, of course, the only reason why I like Joe Hendry is because of the song. There's not a slight to his wrestling ability because I have been watching him and he's been good. He's at a good position of where he can get better. He has a song that goes over. Who else has a song that goes over? Even though he
Swerve when he drives.
I was talking about HBK, but yes,
Swerve when he drives.
But once again, Swerve everywhere. Swerve
good.
He found a way to get over. And granted, his music, his song choices was it. I mean, he had Shaka Khan. He came out like that's some over shit. But I will say that Joe. I don't get the Joe Hendry hate. I don't hate
him. I actually see why people like him. I'm just saying, honestly speaking, he's just an entrance.
Yeah.
His mic skills are not that good, right? And his wrestling ability is not that good.
And that's why
it's
say,
okay.
Like, that's why
he's just entertaining.
He just entertaining. And I think that's why I like it. But that's why I'm glad he's at where he's at. Because now you in a place where you can sharpen your skills, and especially with them moving soon and everything, he can really develop because he's like the only one out of like the whole NXT TNA partnership that can just continuously go back and forth.
He's there all the damn times. You might say what's his name, Zach Wentz, but
does he really count?
I think TNA's not getting good service because I don't think the biggest star they've ever had on TNA since they had this, if you don't count JBL, is Wesley, and I feel like somebody big needs to go over there. Even that he wins, but he need to go over there. Oba
Femi.
All right, so I'm gonna say
I don't give a fuck about the Meltzer rating. I don't give a damn about no technical matches. I don't give a damn about promotions. Fuck all that. I want 2 dark-skinned motherfuckers.
So here's the problem with that. And I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm not saying this might be considered a wild take, but I'm telling you it's a possibility. One thing about Triple H's booking, and I'm very critical of Triple H's booking, is that when he makes a plan, he wants to execute that plan the way it is, right? Odyssey Jones was let go. I'm letting y'all know that it's confirmed. He has been let go. Okay.
Yeah.
He was going to be a part of this Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston thing.
Yeah, that was gonna be good.
WWE likes to stick with the original plan. So if somebody has to go due to injury or something else, they just throw somebody else in there that has similar features. Do not be surprised if Oba Femi all of a sudden shows up and is with the new thing.
He says he's going where?
If he ends up with the New Day next week.
No.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Triple H just plug people in and say play the part. Okay?
No.
Stop. There will not be. I hate to use any of Freckles. There will not see Jones slander on this show.
Now put that shit back up. Oh, that's hilarious. But yes, no, hell no. First of all, Oba has been too over as this powerful, monstrous, heelish person. First of all, I need the baked meaty dark skin slapping meat, black of the berry, sweet of juice meat match before he goes up and gets called up. 1. 2, I need him to win the NXT championship once he drops.
He's not winning NXT championship. He'll be gone before he even purchases the NXT championship. The only other person I can see doing that is moving Trick Williams up, and I don't see them moving Trick up.
No. Especially right when Melo just got called up. They're not going to do.
But Trick, you know what? I want to say this, and then we'll run a commercial break and wrap this up. But Trick has won the championship back in Chicago when he beats all Ethan Page. And I know Cap got on my case because once again I got jumped. I've been getting jumped all week. Ethan Page is the worst NXT champion there ever has been. And I stand by that. He is dull and boring. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up because we want to watch more NXT. Stay with us. You're watching a popular review. So Damian Priest hasn't made anybody. You know why? Because he can't make himself.
Damian Priest is hot right now. Bro.
He's hot. Where? Where do you see he's hot? He's not even.
He took off the glasses.
New York, Puerto Rico. That's because he's representing the hometown. Do you know New York is only 12 million people in the metropolitan area? Well, 20. But there's 310 million people in the United States.
And he possibly had a match of the year in Puerto Rico with that one.
Last year?
Most memorable match.
Yeah,
I was there and I was saying this not true.
He made Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny made himself. I like that.
What was that?
That's how he talks.
He didn't sing that song.
Yes, he did.
He doesn't.
He does sing that song. He's in that song. That's how I first discovered him.
I like it like that.
Yeah, Cardi B. He had a verse. That's the first time I ever heard Bad Bunny.
I fucking think you're right.
I am. Yeah, that's Bad Bunny. That is UPR Shorts, myself as well as Big Daddy. Cool. You watch us on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but
he can never say that song right. I'm gonna need you to.
What are you talking about? I sang the song perfectly fine. That's exactly how it goes in the video.
That's not. I wish I could sing it, but my voice is fucked up from Dragon Con still. So
what the hell is a Dragon Con?
It's the biggest con in damn near all of the cons. 1, 2, no, the fuck he didn't.
Do y'all sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons?
No, it's like imagine Comic Con, but like Mardi Gras style. It's the Mardi Gras. It's what's called the Mardi Gras of cons. Like you have, of course, San Diego Comic Con, which is like it's like your biggest one. San Diego Comic Con and New York Comic Con are your two big main ones. But if you want to party the whole entire goddamn con, and you want to go straight from one hotel to another hotel to another hotel to another hotel, and it's nothing but party, you bring that ass to Dragon Con.
Well, it's called Dragon Con, so I think it's more of a tale. How is that? It's about a week, 2-3 weeks, so I don't know it. How does it go? That's how it goes. You nailed Bad Buddy. I did. That was not terrible. Stop being racist. Don't talk Spanish. You're too racist.
And I will argue this because I was looking it up doing this commercial because I was like, there's no way that he's been the worst. Because 1, we forgot that Johnny Gargano had the title.
I hate it. I hate cons.
You forgot that Johnny Gargano had the title.
Johnny Gargano's championship reign. And look, I've never been a fan of Johnny 205 Live, but Johnny Gargano's title reign is worse than Ethan Page.
Like,
I'm sorry. Ethan Page is worse than Johnny Gargano.
No.
Yes. Because Johnny Gargano's people were invested in him, right? Because they were happy. It's like if you took your dog to a dog show and it's a little small dog and you're like, oh, look, all these big dogs, but the dog wins because it's small, right? It does tricks. That's what they felt about Johnny Gargano winning the NXT Championship. Highlight his career. He'll never be able to replicate anything else like that because he is not good on a main roster. Now, that being said, Ethan Page is the worst NXT champion of all time. Worst.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Ethan Page, all ego.
Johnny is literally the worst. He should not have gotten. I understood why they did it, but they did not. And I understood that they needed the title to make that feud more hated and more prestigious. They wanted to relive Triple H and Shawn Michaels feud, and we birthed it for Tommaso and Johnny. You didn't need that shit for the title. That was one of the only decisions I never liked out of NXT.
Yeah, you can't sit here and say he's a good champion because his name is cool. I like his name too, All Ego, right?
Yeah, I was about to say that the All Ego is pretty cool.
But he sucks. He's not entertaining. He's dry as hell, right?
His wrestling ability.
This is how bad
he just has dry humor. That's the problem.
This is how bad he is. He gets the least crowd reaction in an NXT where they cheer for everybody.
That is true. They do cheer for everybody. They do.
And he's your champion?
Well, people, but then no, I can't even make that excuse of people don't know him because they do. Like NXT, the NXT crowd are in the know, so because they even popped for Wheeler, and I ain't know who the hell that was.
Julia, maybe?
Julia.
Wait, you go to Mike's not school of pronunciation? What's going on?
In the G's is a G-U-I.
Spell Oscar.
Look, I had a Georgia education, so.
And you go to Dragon Con. You go to cons.
That has nothing to do with spelling.
It has everything to do with it.
No, it don't. They were cheering oral instead of it. Damn.
Do you see my point, Jeff? This is why he won Fanny. You feel me, Jeff?
But that still does not make him worse than Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano, they cheered for, they chanted for, they got behind him, right? Because everybody out there that does not get any women are below 200 pounds, just like Johnny Gargano.
Ethan Page,
and Adam
championship holder. First of all, he really hasn't held the title for that long.
Who, Ethan Page?
Yeah, it's only been
has he held it?
It's really only been 57 days.
57?
Yeah.
That's 56 too long.
Well, actually, I take it back because I think if I'm not mistaken, Johnny has like the shortest. No, he has a longer.
Or reason why it's a better title reign because it was short. I didn't have to deal with
his title reign. This is another reason why I'm not gonna say either Page is worse because his title reign has been longer than Johnny Gargano's already.
Because they knew to pull the plug on Johnny Gargano.
Because why? He was boring. At least Ethan is not overall boring. He has boring moments, but he's not overall.
Do you mean when he walks out the curtain?
I mean, I was saying the boring moments was when he walks out the corner.
So this is how entertaining Monday Night Raw has been last night. We were able to talk about AEW. We were able to talk about NXT. We were able to talk about fuck you buttons, right? Karaoke, cons. We brought it all here on the Raw review show because Raw was that damn good, right?
Not for real. For real, Raw was really that good.
It was all right. Real talk, it was all right. It was all right.
And we also ended up getting Braun Strowman winning, which I did not agree with. I get why they're trying to do it because Bronson's going to come back next week.
Yeah, because he only caught COVID. You know, COVID now you go
back. COVID. You get it and go. But,
I thought it was.
But that's also good because that match is going to be Bad Blood match. That's going to be another Bad Blood match.
But you're not going to Bad Blood. Didn't you say you have like some duties or something?
Oh yeah, no, it's just one, that's just expensive as hell, and two, Kirk Franklin comes the next week.
Kirk Franklin, yes.
Kirk Franklin literally comes the next day.
Yeah, we'll stomp.
I gotta choose God over. I gotta go celebrate the Lord.
You do what you have to do, but Friday I'll be there. I'm not going to SmackDown, but Friday I'll be there.
I'm not
going to SmackDown. I never go to the SmackDown before. It's never entertaining to me. I go party. That's what I go to Atlanta for. I go party. Saturday, I'm glad they started at 6 o'clock because as soon as it's over, I'm going to go party.
No, for real. But like I said, I get why they did this with Braun. They're going to build that feud up.
Stop.
Whoever's going to be the next monster.
Stop.
But that was about it. That's all I took from this match. That's all I took from this match. Sheamus is.
The whole stomp, nothing but the stomp.
It just made Braun strong as hell because I take that back. I am mad about this match because it made Sheamus and Kaiser weak as fuck. Because
I'm sorry, Sheamus has looked weak ever since he came back on to Raw because he loses most of his matches and he doesn't know what music he wants.
I feel like nobody knows what music Sheamus wants.
I know what music I want him to have.
I want his old music back. Give me his old music back.
Which one?
When he first came out. Like his first, it's a shame what they.
Written in My Face?
Yeah.
I like that song, but I actually some people's music is made by their entrance. And the way he does his entrance now, I prefer the one he had when he was with the Bar, which is, I don't know.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So I actually got used to I'm fine with Written in My Face. I think it's a great song. But because of the way he does his entrance now, I just think it's better with the Bar one.
Yeah, but
I actually, since I know this is his goodbye, I would not be upset if Cesaro actually went back to WWE and they reformed the Bar real quick. Bar is low key a very good tag team that's never going to get credibility because it's around.
The Bar really could have been super great. Like they were a legit great, amazing tag team. I love the fact that it was and plus that chemistry. Yeah,
they had great chemistry.
Always been through the roof. So,
but Cesaro was always very good in being a tag team. Because I never saw him, and I thought his tag team with Jack Swagger was really good. I thought his tag team with Tyson Kidd was short but really good. Even his team with Shinsuke Nakamura, I thought was pretty damn good. But the bar, of course, was his best one. But Cesaro was good. Cesaro was good. There's a lot of tag team wrestlers. Some singles wrestlers can't transition well to tag team wrestlers. Cesaro could. Some tag team wrestlers can't transition well to singles wrestler. Jey Uso, surprisingly, because I would tell you right now, nobody would have thought Jey Uso would have been as good honestly, and as over as he is right now.
I would have expected it to be Jimmy. I would have had
most people thought it was going to be Jimmy. If anything,
I would have expected.
But look at Jay. Did you hear that fan reaction he got last? Let me tell you, there's two fan reactions last night that blew my mind outside CM Punk. One was Rhea at the beginning of the show. They went crazy when her ass came out there.
Well, right? I wasn't surprised about that.
I'm not necessarily saying I'm surprised. It's just that I'm like, wow, she's like super over. No, that's a very large crowd reaction.
Because outside of Bianca Belair, she's like the only female that's.
I think she's actually more popular than Bianca. I think Bianca took a couple steps down, partly because of this tag team that she's in with Jade Cargill. But I think some people just got a little tired of her. Rhea escalated though. But yes, I agree with you. And then Becky comes back, that will be up there also. But Rhea is just like incredible. And then Jey Uso is popular. Like just the mere thought, they didn't even say that he was going to be him yet. But just the mere thought it was going to be him, that place was already going crazy. All they were waiting for was Yeet.
Yeah, it was like we knew. Like once she said, "Oh, we need to find somebody," we was like, "Oh,
Jay, we're going to see Jay." And you know, a lot of times you want to talk about just interests, and this is what I'm talking about my roommate. We really got to go, but
it's 8:30.
Jey Uso's entrance is really great. Like super over. Some people will start cheering just because they know they're going to see a Jey Uso entrance, and it's really a part. And that's I knew it was. Okay, 10 more minutes. Joe Testicle, Raw's newest play-by-play guy. How do you think he did last night?
He did what I expected him. Like I'm a football fan, so I know how.
Aren't you a Falcon fan?
No, I'm a football fan.
Soccer?
American football. Well, both. Actually, I am a fan of soccer. I am.
Who's your team?
So before we had an actual soccer team, it was LA Galaxy. But then once we had a soccer team, I went ahead and was just like, you know what? I root for my own hometown team. It's one of the only few hometown teams that I root for. So I root for them. Now, if you want to say international, it's not USA, but it's definitely not. It's Barcelona. But
all right, continue. What were you saying? Oh, Joe Testosterone.
But Joe did okay. He didn't do great. He even said himself that he didn't do great. He didn't do great. I feel like there's some spots that he could have hit, added a little bit of more flair, more oomph. But I feel like he's gonna get there. I feel like he had to get the feeling and notion like, oh, this is a different environment. This is a different type of crowd. I got to be more energetic. I got to be more outpouring and everything. I love his voice. His voice matches Wade's. I feel like just the voice alone.
I thought they did. I think they had pretty decent chemistry.
I feel like it matches. He needs that energy.
So
I would have preferred Corey and Wade, to be honest.
No, I didn't like Corey and Wade. I didn't think they had very good chemistry. I think they were fine. They didn't annoy me and they didn't bore me. But I don't think they had chemistry like Corey and Michael Cole or Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. Now,
yeah.
That being said, or Michael Cole and Wade Barrett, because honestly, I don't think they did a bad job either. I think Wade's very, very underrated and good. I was wondering why you would move Michael Cole to SmackDown when he's going to Raw when Netflix comes back with Pat McAfee, right? And then Joe's going over to SmackDown with Corey Graves. So what does that leave Wade Barrett? And then I remember a couple weeks ago, Wade Barrett said he's actually ready and thinking about getting back in the ring. And I think it's what's going to happen because he's been really intertwined in this Drew McIntyre.
He did just took a mini bump. Mm-hmm. This is a second mini bump that he's taken from Drew.
Mm-hmm. I think he's going to get back in the ring, and that's how they can solve that problem.
I would actually like it. I would actually love him.
I have no problem with Joe. I did find him a little boring yesterday, but I know he's new, and it takes time to develop sometimes. It's a transition for him, so it's not going to hit. My problem is that people are not giving him the same heat. They're making excuses for him, like y'all doing right now. But like I said, I'm okay with it. But you're making excuses for him when I need y'all to keep the same energy y'all did for Kevin Patrick. Kevin Patrick was fine.
Oh yeah,
y'all
no,
just
I
shat him.
had no issues with Kevin Patrick. I had no problem with Kevin Patrick. I actually liked him. He was energetic.
He
was
had energy.
He was gun ho. I loved it. I love it. He showed expression and emotion. I don't know why people did not like him.
Made no sense to me. Could not stand it.
Just
and
like,
I never
I
will.
don't know why people.
I thought he was
thinking
fine.
that
I like the fact that he didn't sound like Michael Cole and everything like that. But
Yeah.
he always did. He sounded like he was having a good time. He sounded like he watches and enjoys the product. He always had emotion and energy behind him. What the hell did he do wrong? I just don't understand.
Was it his face? Was it? Yeah,
But I think he's calling soccer now, so he's okay. Still,
but I didn't understand that. Just like I don't understand why people are so believing and trusting in the freaking Terror Twins that they're the right people. They're not. But
I also don't think Rhea's winning that championship back.
I don't know.
I don't think so. Because she doesn't need it right now. Liv Morgan needs it. Liv Morgan loses the championship. That kind of drops her a little bit. Where Rhea, she doesn't win the championship. She'll still be up there.
Yeah.
So she can go into a feud with like the Pure Fusion, whatever they're called, PFC.
But who the hell she's going to get on her side?
Who the what?
Who's she going to get on her side?
She'll name on her side already.
So she's going to squash the new 3 Bang Bang.
Oh, Metaphor is on the screen. Yep. That's what they do with Judgment Day, right? My wifey is on, Jakara Jackson.
We stopped the whole entire show.
We got to go. Go ahead.
We literally just stopped the whole entire show so he could watch.
Jakara Jackson is on. That is wifey number 3. Or number 2.
Right. But anyway, so Damian Priest, Jey Uso faces Finn Balor, JD Madonna for the tag team titles. I would not be mad if I would not be mad if he gets any type of title run, but by the time he leaves, by the time he goes to SmackDown, I wouldn't be mad. Like
I wouldn't be mad, and most people wouldn't be mad either. And before they put him and Jimmy back together,
I wouldn't care that it would be a transitional type of thing. I would not care at all.
They feel like he just deserves something.
You know, honestly, I wouldn't mind them having it for a minute and during the feud having that title, but then having to let it go, but then force him the choice of, do I vacate the title because I know I got to go. If I go on SmackDown, I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have to leave Raw and this title, or what do I do? Oh, I'm gonna vacate and then go help. But we'll see.
Go help. Because that's family.
I mean, it's literally family, literally. But this match was okay. It was cool. I get why this was the main event match, because this is like the main storyline for Raw. You see it, you see it on our title. You even see certain pictures of people trying to allude to things that happen like this.
Yeet.
Which I would not be mad about at all. I would not be mad if that actually shows up. But the match itself is always what we expect. It's Finn Balor.
The heat Dominic Mysterio gets is amazing.
It's weird because it's hard to describe it of how he got that cheap heat to work just like that. But it's also amazing at the same time.
You know, Oro Mensah is pretty good in the ring as well. Him, package right, could be Swerve.
Yeah.
And there's Jakara Jackson. Look at
if they do it right, he could be Swerve. But that's actually it of the entire card. Overall, I still give it a thumbs up because I was entertained.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
I was let down a little bit, so like I'm definitely giving it like a C+.
Yeah, I guess it's B- C+ for me too.
Because intro match was okay, but your intro match has been a filler for the White Sick type of thing for the longest, and then your main event match felt like another filler match. But I understand because you don't have like your main top players fighting or wrestling. It's mostly promos for them. So it was okay.
Okay. Let's go.
Doggone it, I went to the wrong freaking thing. Lord have mercy. I'm trying to see my other baby mama. But just like me having multiple baby mamas, there are multiple shows for each and every person of UPPR that we have something for everybody. We have the Mike Knox show on Mondays at 6 p.m. You have us on Tuesdays at 7. You have the NXT review and results show that's coming up in almost 20 minutes. My God, that is how long we
An hour and 20 minutes. An hour and 20
we
minutes.
have been on here. That's long. Oh yeah, an hour 20 minutes. I keep forgetting that's been 2 hours. But still, good God, this is how long we've been talking. I'm running out of brain stuff. Then we also have AEW Dynamite on Wednesdays. We have the top 5. I don't know if we're doing one this Thursday. We have a debate this Thursday. I may be watching it. I may chime in on it. And then we have SmackDown on Saturdays with the SmackDown Penitentiary that is Dice and Victor Jr., like Mike Knox like to call him. But that is it. Why is it gone? Why is it not gone? There we go. Cool. But that is it from my end of the spectrum and everything, because I do be actually on it. And but you got anything to say before I say fuck Hulk Hogan? Oh, I already said it. But anyway.
You already said it. No, that's it for us. Always a pleasure. Please make sure you like, love, and share this to all your wrestling timelines and group. And join us here again in about an hour and a half for NXT Unpopular Review. Let them know she came out looking like Liv Morgan. For Frecklesensei, I'm the Executive Consultant. We will see you right here next time on Unpopular Review.